Hello there. Well, as you can see tonight, we're here at Jameson's, the Irish pub. It's a place that holds many events all throughout the year, but tonight we're here for a spot of networking, but it's networking with a different. It's called After Hours. Let's go in and check it out. Okay, now joining me is Mark Bowling, a guy who's been doing business in Paddy for a number of years. Mark, how are you?
Very good, thanks, Paul.
Okay, now Mark, After Hours it's your brainchild, right? But this came from years of experience and perhaps years of seeing how you think things should be done, and you want to try and change a little bit.
Basically, I just wanted to change on the model, which they have a networking event every month here, which is always in a 5-star top hotel or whatever, just to try and make it a bit more casual. People can sit around, relax clothing, and just chill out a bit more than feeling perhaps a bit stuffy in some of the other events.
Okay. Now this is the third one that you've done, I believe. Correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
And they've always been at Jameson's. And let's tell people. I mean, because you're saying it's casual, but the idea is that people can come along.
Yeah.
Maybe make some business contacts, but I guess there's possibly a chance for people who want to, they're looking for jobs, or they're thinking of starting to get into business here. Yeah. So is this a launch pad for that?
It is indeed. I mean, last time I noticed there was a lot of people who'd never been to any networking events before, and they were kind of intimidated by the main function, but they really thoroughly enjoyed the more low-key, casual approach to networking, meeting new contacts. A lot of people also looking for jobs at the moment as well, so with my role on the British Chamber, I try and push them in the right direction. And, yeah.
Well, it's interesting. I know that the last one I was asking for people for business cards. Yeah. I'm like, well, I haven't got one, or I didn't think I would need it, but it's actually, you're getting more and more people every month. Now you're saying your role within the chamber, so exactly what is your role and how has that changed recently?
Well, previously for 2 years I was the chairman of the Eastern Seaboard Group. We had the meetings generally before the networking events, trying to arrange new functions, seminars, presentations. And then recently Graham MacDonald said to me, why don't you stand for the board of directors in Bangkok? And I hadn't really thought about it much before, but I stood for the election recently and I got voted in. For 2 years, because apparently if you come in 8th place, you do 1-year term, but I'm not sure if 2 years is better or one, to be honest with you.
All right, okay. But that's all good, isn't it? And I guess the idea will be that then that's going to build a bridge between Bangkok and Pattaya in terms of getting the guys from Pattaya to go up to Bangkok a little bit more often.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've suggested recently that we put on transport, try and hire a minibus for people who are interested in joining the Bangkok events on the Eastern Seaboard, and obviously cover the cost between as many people as possible.
Well, the way the police are now, you could be put on a minibus for tonight to get people over to the dark side, right?
Well, that would be a good idea too, yeah.
All right, now, there's no fee, because normally these ones that you're talking about with the 5-star hotels, you've got to get sponsors, numerous sponsors, you've got to get the hotel all sorted, and you've got to get all the drinks paid for. But how does it work with After Hours?
Well, with After Hours, Kim very kindly lays on finger food. Also, he lays on happy hour prices from 5 o'clock until 9:30. So it's only 109 baht for a pint of Heineken and free food. You can't really complain.
Okay. So people don't pay anything to come in. They just buy their own drink, but at a good price.
Absolutely, yeah, very good price, and on own account.
Okay. So if somebody's looking, you said that people are looking for jobs at the moment, and let's not joke about it. It's been a hard time, and 2016 could be hard as well. How is After Hours going to look for next month? And if people are watching this and thinking, well, I'm thinking about doing it, what would you say to them?
Come along. You can never have enough contacts in Pattaya. It acts as a safety blanket for a lot of people. Meet some good contacts, good people, and enjoy the atmosphere.
Okay. And they're not all real estate?
No, not at all. No, manufacturing, hospitality. There's a good mix of people. Yeah.
Right, Mark, nice to speak to you. Stay tuned, we're going to speak to another great person here at Jameson's for After Hours. Thank you. This wonderful lady is Helen Westby. Helen, you are a familiar face to Jameson's. I've seen you many times round the table, and I can never remember the conversations because that's what happens when you're around the table. Tell us, what's your connection with Jameson's and what's your background in the UK?
Connection with Jameson's, basically we've known Kim for a number of years through mutual friends, and we do come over to Pattaya at least once a year every year, so we've obviously networked quite a few people that are familiar faces around here. My background, I work as a chief biomedical technician at Cambridge University in the UK, but also a hobby and music journalist, really mostly rock music. So.
Well, there's been a lot going on, of course. I mean, we're filming this now in the first week of February, and we've been inundated with all these rock legends passing away. My goodness, what's happening?
I know, it's crazy. Actually, the rock scene seems to go through different phases, but I must admit, out in Pattaya, the one thing we love about this town is rock music is always alive here.
It is.
It's fantastic, yeah.
So, okay, well, you've got your classic rock t-shirt on, so you've got to tell me, because people are always interested in what people are interested in, what's your number one band or artist or song?
Okay, well, I'm really into my traditional 70s rock. I go back to Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, but quite a few new bands that have come through in the recent years really into. Black Star Riders is a new favourite of mine, obviously based on Thin Lizzy without Phil Lynott, so, but yeah, that's one of my favourites.
Now, just to keep on music for a moment, I know that you, last year, in 2015, you were back in the UK at the Ramblin' Man concert, and Kim and a few other guys from Jameson's went across there.
They did.
So tell us, just in a snapshot, what is Ramblin' Man, and will it happen again this year?
Yeah, Ramblin' Man. There used to be a festival in London some years ago called High Voltage, but the problem people had is they couldn't actually camp there and stay over the weekend, and London made it expensive. So the organisers decided to basically make it like one of the major big festivals in the UK, and obviously it was the inaugural one last year. And it's again based around classic rock, but you also have some blues and country thrown in the mix as well.
When will that take place?
That takes place on the 23rd and 24th of July this year, so it is a 2-day festival, but I think they're looking at maybe extending it in future years if it's successful.
And you'll be back again this year?
Yes, I certainly
And will Mr. Fletcher, the landlord, will he be there?
I hope so, he certainly said he would.
I think he's getting a bit old for that. Okay, but let's go down a generation and talk about your daughter.
Yes.
Because she's quite a woman, isn't she?
Oh, she certainly is, yeah.
Okay. This is Michelle, right?
This is Michelle, yeah.
Okay, so what makes Michelle so special?
Well, obviously her parents for a start.
So,
brought up on rock music and anything that's associated with it, which obviously goes into the classic cars and motorbikes as well.
okay.
So always been an interest in that sort of thing, and then obviously she got into her cars a bit more seriously about 4 or 5 years ago. So yeah, she's now becoming quite a professional drifter in her own right. So in a male-dominated sport, that's
Absolutely.
quite an achievement. So.
And how old is Michelle?
She's 28, be 29 this year.
Right. Okay. So where she's racing, is that all in the UK?
It is at the moment, but she's hoping to actually start going further abroad. So Singapore and places like that maybe have got quite a big sports sort of like that. So that would be really good.
All right. Well, thanks very much, Helen. There you go, the After Hours event tonight. Networking, but perhaps not as you know it. We went from classic rock to festivals, motor racing, and drinking at the Jameson's table, and doing a bit of networking as well. This is Paul and Helen for PMTV. See you again. Bye-bye.